I have a growing problem here in my storage room. I just keep piling up the shulker boxes of materials and not putting them away because I am too lazy to put these away. So I need a new system that will put away my items for me. And as I mentioned last episode, I'm going to put this... Hey, get out of the way, horse! I'm going to put this system in the nether, but I do need a way to get to it through the overworld. So I plan to build a house right here, but to build that house, I need some materials. And one of those materials I need is prismarine. Well, I have found the ocean monument, and I don't think I've ever seen this before. It's trapped in a bunch of icebergs. I didn't know they could spawn in a frozen ocean like this, but this map from the villagers was very useful for that. Well, I guess we can already head in. I brought some night vision potions, so we can see. When did they change night vision to be green instead of blue? It makes me think it's a potion of leaping. Does anyone know when they changed the potion colors? Because I'm so used to night vision being like a dark blue. Sorry if you hear any background noise. That is my 6-month-old son. He is with me right now. Oh man. Let's see if we can find these Elder Guardians. That way I can mine up this, what do you call it, ocean monument for some blocks. Oh, some of the ice from the iceberg is inside. It's inside the ocean monument. That might make it a little more difficult to navigate because I have mining fatigue and then ice is blocking my way. Like, it's blocking that pathway for sure. Oh, sponge room, which I'm not going to mine yet because I still have mining fatigue. There's even ice in the sponge room. Oh, okay, there's another area up here. Oh, I found one of the Elder Guardians. I forget how difficult these are. I know they have a lot of health, but I don't think they're that bad, actually. As far as the damage they do. Yeah, they're not really doing much damage. There we go. Already dead. And they drop a sponge. I think if I remember correctly, I think there's like 3 Elder Guardians. I could be wrong about that. I think I will have to mine through some ice in order to get through, because I think this is blocking off some kind of tunnel here. Oh, okay. Ah, another Elder Guardian. Perfect. Let's deal with him. He's not super threatening because he can't even fit through this door. There we go. Alright, my mining fatigue seems to have gone away. And it's not coming back, so I think I got the last Elder Guardian then. So now we can start with our mining operation. So I need this type of prismarine here and then the dark prismarine. I honestly... I don't see much dark prismarine, so... How do you craft dark prismarine? Okay, I looked it up. You can just dye this regular prismarine with black dye, and you get the dark prismarine. Perfect. So, let's get to some mining. Alright, I think I've collected enough prismarine for now for what I will need for this project, so it's time to get back and gather up all the other materials I need for it. So, I went back to base to try to craft some of those prismarine blocks into dark prismarine. Turns out it doesn't work. When I searched, the first search result that came up was a post from Cubfan where he was saying that that should be a way you can make dark prismarine with the blocks, but then that is the actual recipe with the shards. So I went back to the ocean monument to mine up what dark prismarine I could, but there's honestly not very much. I only got about a stack and a half. So basically, if you want to use dark prismarine for any type of building, you need a guardian farm. So let's build one. So I decided to build this guardian farm design, which is by Shulker Craft. I'll link the video in the description below. And I chose this design because it's just an AFK farm just to get the drops. I didn't need one that was for XP because I just need the drops. And I also liked it because I did not use nether portals. Alright, I have finished gathering all the materials I need for this build and flattened this area a little bit for me to be able to put the build here. And here I have all my materials. It took quite a while. Again, the main thing that was the hardest was the prismarine. I had to go to the trial chamber to get the waxed oxidized copper. I don't know why the oxidized needs to be waxed, but that's how it was in the trial chamber. And this will just be the building that will lead to the portal that will lead to my storage room. But I think my idea is that if once we go through that portal in the house, it'll lead to the nether. But if we keep the storage system in the nether consistent, as if it was still looks like the interior of this house, just kind of expanded, as if it's like bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, I think that might be cool if I can pull that off. I don't know. It's just an idea. But we're gonna hop right into building. So I was just about to start recording to show this to you guys, but then I heard a zombie underground, and I went inside this hole, and there's an area that is unlit under there. I guess I didn't light it up well enough as I thought when I covered it up. And I went down there, there was 2 baby zombies, creeper, skeleton, and I died. So I got a little bit of gear. I don't hear anything down here right now. Okay, perfect, it's peaceful. I can get my stuff. I am really happy with how this turned out overall, the colors and everything. As you can see, the most difficult block to get was the prismarine, as I've showed before. I really like this simple, smaller tree. That's my first time trying to build a really small tree. And as we go up here, we have the path, these raised garden beds. And this right here is one of my favorite things. It's like a little porch or outdoor swing. You can see the seat here, the chains. I don't know. I really like how I did that. I think it's pretty simple. And then we can go around the whole outside and see it. Not walk off the cliff. Added a lot of azalea leaves around the edge to show some bushes, some growth. I like the chimney a lot. That is the outside. And this is kind of like, I'd say like a workbench, so I put a hoe there, but I could put other tools there. Just kind of like a little garden or like carpenter workbench it could be, either or. But then inside you might think I haven't done an interior, but I've done something at least the first floor. Here I have kind of like a kitchen, dining area, fridge with the shelves and the polished black stone buttons. Some candles, shelves, the oven, the sink, a little shelf here with some flowers and candles. I like it. And then I use trapdoors to make a thin wall here. There's some bookshelves, there's the fireplace, the couch. This is the nether portal that I will have to go into the nether to access my storage room on the nether roof. Then if we go upstairs here, there's not really much up here right now. There's a ladder that goes up to the top of the tower, but there's nothing really to see there. There's a little under area here too you can go down, but there's not much there. So yeah, I actually did the interior this time. And then I like this different style of path, which is what I'm thinking to do as it goes through the village. More this gravel stony path rather than the dirt path. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this build. I honestly think it looks super cool. I was going pretty close to a reference image that I saw on Pinterest. I had to make some choices with the colors. It had a similar shade of blue to this, but the Minecraft versions are just a bit more vibrant. So I did what I could. It's not quite the same shade of color, but we have a lot more blocks now to work with in this kind of color range, the teal, bluish, greenish range. We have the warped, the copper, the prismarine, all that. It really helps. So I think it looks good. But we have one more thing I'd like to do for this episode, and that is work on some more full design just to make sure it works of our copper golem sorting system. So I'm probably going to hop into creative and do some testing on that and kind of show you guys just to prove that it will fully work before I go through all the work to build it here in the survival world. So we will hop over there. Alright, in creative mode here, I set up kind of a better proof of concept for my storage room than I did last episode. So this right here would be kind of the hallway where we walk down our storage room, and then off to the side, going all the way down, there would be rooms like this. I just set up two just to kind of show. Each of these rooms has got the chests on the floor. Each one would be a specific category. So up here, I have it kind of set as this would be kind of redstone category. This would be wood. I just put a few items in there. And this would be the main line of copper golems. So these copper golems here, they go down. Each of these chests represents one category of item, like one organization category. So you could have redstone, wood, stone blocks, wool, glass, anything like that. Right now I have it set up with two sets of copper golems. They'll drop off their stuff on this end, and then it will go to these copper golems. And then at the end, this would be any items that they can't sort in any of these chests. And then each of these chests would act as like the item filter for that category, like what you want in that category. So I could put a lot of different wood types here. I don't know if I could fit all wood types and variants of wood in this one. I might have to have two categories for wood. Right now, I'm not sure if 18 will be enough. I may have to add a third set of copper golems. As you can see, as they're walking back and forth, because they're in twisted vines for some reason, they don't run into each other. I really have no idea how that happens, but it's helpful. So, yeah, I think this will work with these copper golems as the main brains of our operation, categorizing the items, and then these will come down here to these chests. So that redstone categorization chest feeds down through here to this hopper line, which feeds to this copper chest. And there's a copper golem here under the floor. He can still reach these chests and he'll sort these items. So we have the redstone category coming here. So we could just have in each of these chests one item, but there's many more redstone items than that. So it'll probably be maybe in each chest, like each row is maybe a different type of redstone item, because I don't think I'll have that many. And that's just something we'll have to set up when we set up the filters. So like we set up this chest as a filter, and then we'll have to set up these chests as individual filters to further sort the different categories. But there's one other feature I'd like to have here. So when I come to the storage room to unload my stuff after a build, I want to just drop off the shulker boxes and then go. I don't even want to have to take the stuff out of the shulker box, put it in a chest. I want to literally drop the shulker boxes. The system will take the shulker boxes for me, empty them, and then give me empty shulker boxes later on and sort everything for me. With that, I think I'll have to create a shulker box unloader, which I've never done before. And I'm not going to look up a tutorial. I'm going to see if I can figure it out on my own. I could not figure it out on my own, so I did look up a tutorial. This was me just trying to figure out how to detect a shulker box when it was empty and break it. That was it. Couldn't figure it out, so I looked it up. One more thing I'd like to do here is just plan out the different categories I'm going to have to make sure that 18 different categories of items will be enough, with 10 double chests for each category. Because I know some categories are very big, like like I mentioned, wood. So I'm gonna just see how many categories I would like. So I think I have my categories sorted out, and it'll work for all these 18 different categories I can have with this system. So I think I'm happy with how this is all looking, and it looks like it will work well for me. Yeah, I'm gonna start collecting stuff to build it. I don't know if we will get this finished today, but I'm happy to at least have some of the design done. Alright, I have hooked up this nether portal to the nether roof. Should take me there. Perfect. And then here is where I'm going to build the storage system. And I've gathered a lot of chests, a lot of hoppers, materials I need for it. So if I can at least just get the basic functioning system built this episode, that'll be enough. And later on we'll make it pretty. Also adding all the filters and everything with all the items and sorting it, that will take quite a while, so I'm not getting that done this episode. But I think I have time just to build the basic system here. So we're going to start rolling with that. Alright, all the basic redstone and chests, everything are in place for this storage system. I've not started any of the actual sorting. So in my creative test world I had 18 categories. I added a few more copper golems and added 5 more chests here, so we have a total of 23 categories, because I found out some other things that I forgot to make categories for, and just a few extra just in case. But this is it. Again, this may not be the most efficient, quickest, or best copper golem system, but this is just how I've had in mind to do it. And then, yeah, just as we come along here, each of these rooms, each of these sections will be its own category. I will decorate them and have like proper labeling and stuff, but that'll be the decoration later on. We'll cover up some of this redstone. I still want to be able to see the copper golems overhead as they sort stuff. I think that'll be cool still. And then the only other redstone piece I still have to build is the shulker box unloader, but I had that one system in mind that I showed you guys that I saw from YouTube, but I might look up some other designs, see if there's anything quicker, because if it's just one shulker box unloading with one hopper at a time, it's going to be very slow to get it into the system for these copper golems. They're not going to have enough items, so I might look up ways to unload shulker boxes quicker. But that is about it for today, guys. I'm out of time for this episode, and I'm not feeling the best right now. I have a bit of a sore throat, so we're going to end it here, but not before the comment of the day. This one says, "Love the moss farm building and pumpkin patch. From a fellow nether roof lover, careful using full blocks. I learned the hard way that evil ghasts love spawning and destroying chests or shulker boxes, lol." Yeah, thank you for that comment. I'm sure I would have figured that out, but it definitely helped reading this comment to remember to make a lot of half slabs covering everything when I was building that storage system today. But just as well as a reminder for all of you guys, if you ever use the nether roof, just use slabs, use glass like I did, just so that nothing spawns, especially ghasts. I did have a few skeletons spawn, but that was no big problem. But that will do it for today's episode, guys. We did get quite a lot done. We built this house here, we built a good part of our storage system, built a guardian farm and everything, so I'm really happy with the progress for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!